Okay, so day 14, an hour's meditation. Some meditation during the day as well, just kind of as I'm going around. Been drinking some green juices as well. The Aldi, I've started doing a green powder that's got like wheatgrass, barley grass, spinach, and it's got spirulina and garlic and pea protein in it anyway, but it's as in garden peas. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I like all that kind of stuff, so that's cool. I got sent a TED talk by a friend as well that was looking into how the brain constructs our waking reality, which is kind of a lot of guesswork based on like expectations that we've got programmed into our minds already, with some really interesting experiments that showed how we kind of, the title of the talk was how we hallucinate our conscious reality or something like that. And I was at the climbing wall again. I mean, I guess my lifestyle sounds fantastic, doesn't it? I do meditation, I go climbing, I do these, I coach people, I do these transformational workshops with school kids. So it is pretty good, and actually that was one of the things today. The meditation's opening up the space to maybe appreciate my life a little bit more than I might have done in the past, because I think there's a real tendency to look at what's not there. I mean, well, that's the whole thing about, buy stuff, be discontented with your life, don't like yourself, so you kind of, get status through possessions, through owning things, all of that kind of stuff. And even when I start to talk about that, I get, that starts to stir again inside of me, something unpleasant. I guess we're not supposed to. Not supposed to? I mean, I have things. I live in a nice house. I have a car. I have a bicycle. I can keep a dog. I have a membership to various. There's the climbing wall. There's coaching associations. When I do my coaching, I do it from a really beautiful place, or I do it over the phone. I've got technology at my fingertips. I mean, goodness me. And still, if in terms of Western standards, if I added up my actual income, it's kind of, I don't know, is there a scale? I mean, why is there a scale for this kind of stuff? What does it matter? I mean, I don't know really what I'm talking about. Actually, I really don't know what I'm talking about here. It's just kind of, I mean, these are all narratives that I've heard over and over again. I think what really matters about all of this is it's not even understanding, it's experiencing something. It's experiencing change, growth. I mean, growth doesn't even seem like the right word. It's experiencing, changing, experience. So, okay, so again, I'm in the climbing wall. I'm looking at a climb that would have been impossible to me 2 or 3 weeks ago. Something that I managed to do today. It was very difficult, and I just kind of looked at it and I was like, wow, it's exciting that I can do this. This is something new. I mean, it doesn't have to be about climbing, does it? It's just anything that's a new experience that, wow, I can experience this now. I think one of the things is these identities. I think I mentioned this yesterday. Who I think I am. is not who I am, but it is who I experience. I mean, that's kind of complicated, but the meditation process is opening up my mind to the possibility of new experience, of just becoming more expansive. It really is about being the space where thoughts arise, being the space where experience arises, being really something bigger than all of this. And my mind quietening down as well. Like, I went on social media. I mean, I do have to use social media to stay connected with people in terms of, at least I think I do, in terms of business and things like that. Just letting people know what I'm up to and finding and keeping in touch with what other people are up to. But I went on since I've been doing the meditation, I've not been going on there. And I went on, and boy, like, I was only there for 10 minutes and I felt like saddened at times, outraged, frightened, frustrated, because my feed is full of, I don't know, there's a lot of political stuff there. It's kind of like watching the news. It's become like watching the news in a way. There are alternative information coming through as well, but I just noticed how I don't know, it's kind of like being hit by a wave, being buffeted about, you know, like you're a smaller boat being hit by a bigger boat on the ocean or something like that. It's quite I found it quite unpleasant. So I think I'm happy that I'm doing this, because you know, we experience thought as our reality. That doesn't mean to say I want to cut out from looking at what's on my social media feed completely, or disengaging from the world. In fact, I'd rather would engage in the world. It's almost like we are really creating our reality through our perceptions, and our perceptions are coming from our beliefs and our assumptions. And I'm enjoying allowing my assumptions and beliefs to arise, and bringing love to them, and allowing them to change, and having less of an attachment to them. That's proving to be very valuable, I think. Yeah, freshness, newness, new experience. This is kind of the most exciting thing about all of this for me, is the new experience that's coming. And then kind of an increased openness in myself. You can sort of when you're interacting with people, you can kind of get an idea of how caught up in their own thoughts they are, because the less caught up you are in your thoughts, the more kind of open you are to connection and to new experience and to an exchange of information. But our thoughts can be like this veil that we're behind, where we can't really see the person in front of us. So there's something in that as well. Anyway, day 14. Meditated in the squeaky chair. You can probably hear it squeaking as I move around. That's 2 weeks of what will be, I guess, basically 100 days is what, like 3 months and 10 days. So 3 months and 10 days. So that's 12 weeks. So 12, 13 weeks on. No, that's right. I'm not even doing the maths right. Yeah, I've done 2 out of 13 weeks so far, I suppose. So this is kind of cool. There's another 11 weeks to go. Where are we going to end up after 100 days of this process? Who knows? When I say we, I mean me, I suppose. And anybody who happens to be watching these videos, which I suspect will just be me. So anyway, cheers. Bye.